Uh-oh. It's the 80s. Again.
If this is called Back to the Future, the game, I might need to actually...
Oh, is it,
The game.
You need to...
There.
Anyway, good evening, folks.
Yes, hello.
We're going back to what I'm sure is everyone's favorite franchise.
No thanks for doing this with the training wheels off.
All right, I'm ready.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Emmett Brown. I'm standing on the parking lot at Twin Pines Mall. It's Saturday morning, October 26th, 1985, 1:18 a.m. And this is temporal experiment number 1. Come on, Einie. Hey, boy, get in there. That boy. In you go. Get down. Get your seatbelt on. That's it.
Whoa. Okay.
Please note that Einstein's clock is in precise synchronization with my control watch. Got it?
Right, check, Doc.
Good. Have a good trip, Einstein. Watch your head.
You got that thing hooked up to the car?
Watch this.
Yeah, okay. Got it.
Not me. The car. The car.
I was so into this trilogy as a kid, I was obnoxious about it. You would not have
My calculations are correct. When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
He said, I swear!
Watch this, watch this. What did I tell you? 88 miles per hour! The temporal displacement occurred at exactly 1:20 a.m. and 0 seconds!
Doc, what the heck was that?
Calm down, Marty. I didn't disintegrate anything. The molecular structure of both Einstein and the car are completely intact.
Where the hell are they?
The appropriate question is, when the hell are they? You see, Einstein has just become the world's first time traveler. I sent him into the future. 1 minute into the future, to be exact. And at precisely 1:21 a.m. and 0 seconds, we shall catch up with him and the time machine.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
The way I see it, if you're gonna build a time machine into a car, why not do it with some style? Besides, the stainless steel construction made the flux dispersal. Look out!
Okay.
Doc?
Huh, that's peculiar.
Where's the car, Doc?
It should have caught up with us 27 seconds ago.
Doc, what happened to Einstein?
No need for concern. It's probably just a minor miscalibration of the time circuit. Marty, could you get my notebook? It should be in the toolbox.
The voice actor they got for Marty is pretty, dead on.
Notebook. Got it. Flux capacitor?
That's it!
What the heck's a flux capacitor?
My latest invention. The thing that makes time travel possible. In this notebook, I've detailed the nearly 3 decades of scientific breakthroughs necessary to build a working time machine. If it ever fell into the wrong hands, the consequences
this
could be
came out in
catastrophic. Let's see. It's mass equals I times Z, and E equals the square root of Z.
Doc, something's way off here. Doc?
Great Scott!
what is it?
I've made a horrible mistake.
Doc! No!
I'm sorry, Marty.
Doc, come back! Doc!
Yes, they did get Christopher Lloyd to reprise his role.
Marty, is
The
everything
weird
okay?
science poster.
Yeah, Mom, it was just a nightmare. I was in the past, and Doc was there.
Well, you're safe and sound now. Back in good old 1986. But you'd better get up.
The recreation
Your
of
father's
the
waiting for
clock
you.
photograph just
Were
makes
you
them look
going to
like
meet
they're
him over at
Muppet
Doc's?
stand-ins.
Holy crap, I'm late.
The models are a little strange. The models, the motions, and the shading are a little peculiar, but it's probably
Very 2010s.
yeah.
This game better get Back to the Future soon, because it's feeling like it's stuck in the past.
Oh, I don't get it.
You said they look like Muppets. It's all sitting there kind of trying to come up
Oh,
with
you're
those
doing
Statler and Waldorf joke.
Nice, yeah, nice.
Oh, there's who you can blame. Also them.
Like, it's
The textures are great. I mean,
it's fine. It's
yeah.
it's the thing that, you know, they got very famous for, is this style. A lot of the style was actually brought in because I think a lot of it got set in stone when they were doing the Borderlands games.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the style, I think, is borrowed from Borderlands' style.
yeah, it makes sense that they just want to reuse their available assets.
Well, yeah.
Telltale was intended to be a game factory, and then they
Dad,
went
Are we
belly
too
up.
late to stop the sale?
But they went belly up?
Better late than never. You wouldn't
Yeah, it was a
believe
while ago.
how much rare
I
stuff there is
didn't know.
back here.
That's Doc's stuff. The city has no right
Now,
to.
son, I know you're upset, but your friend's been gone for
Also, yeah,
months,
they had
and
him
the city
reprise the
really
role,
seems
and then
hell-bent
literally
on
3
using
minutes
this
into
land
the
for
game,
that
he
new parking
disappears.
garage. And, hey, is that a first edition Jules Verne?
Yep, that
That's
is
just not fair.
exactly how it
At
works.
least things can't get any worse.
They were not going to get Christopher Glover for more than 3 lines.
Give me Christopher
I
Lloyd.
Come to see if the old crackpot had any buried treasure.
What was his name?
Christopher
For
Lloyd.
Lloyd.
Nah, I guess
Not
I'm just
Christopher Lloyd.
remembering.
Crispin Glover?
Crispin Glover, that's it.
Oh yeah, no, he's he had a falling out with the studio after the second movie because they instead of using him again, they got some actor and did the actor up to look like him.
Hey, let me.
Now, Biff, leave Marty alone. This is a very emotional time for him.
Oh, sure. Sorry, Marty.
You gotta set up the Rube Goldberg machine to make it work.
A fish tank? I never knew Doc raised fish. Doc's fish had weird taste in decor. I kind of like Doc. I wonder why Doc didn't take any of these with him.
Okay, Ken.
Jennifer'd like that. She's into old stuff.
Does nature contrive it so that even with a time machine, you can intervene to prevent your own conception, for example?
I miss Einstein.
What are these hints here? Can you just take it off the screen? Why is it on the screen?
Doc built this model at downtown Hill Valley way back in 1955. The clock tower in the courthouse even works. What the? Is that Doc's notebook in there?
Hey, that looks just like the courthouse. You gotta hand it to the old coot.
Goals pop up. Off. Pop up text. I guess that goes off too. Hit level. Should be 0.
Yeah, looks like it's 0. Now it's at 1. Now it's at 0.
All right.
He was good with his hands.
Biff, can I see that a minute?
This would look great in my fish tank. Give the old carp something new to nibble on.
Come on, I saw it first.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But I picked it up first.
Give it here, Biff.
Well, well, look at what we have here. Looks like plans for something. What's a flux catheter?
It's none of your business. Doc asked me
Well,
to...
it's worm food, kid. But this looks like it might be worth something. Ha!
You're going to force those for the first scene anyway.
Probably just for the first scene. Yeah, I'm reading over their Telltale Wikipedia right now. It looks like what happened was they just way overcommitted. They were making like 1 or 2 games a year, and that was fine.
Hey,
but then they're just like, all right, we got a Minecraft game, we got a Game of Thrones game, we got a Guardians of the Galaxy game, we got a Batman game, and it's just like they went too hard, and they ended up crunching on a lot of things, and they started shipping bad titles, poor quality, and then all their
If it
investors
was
pulled
really
out.
worthless, you wouldn't want it so bad.
That notebook wouldn't mean anything to you. You wouldn't even understand what's in it.
You calling me ignorant?
I only want that notebook because, well, I'm sentimental. It's like a piece of Doc.
Doc's dead. Time to get over it and move on.
I just can't let you keep that notebook. It's dangerous.
What, is it set to explode or something?
Well, in a way.
I'll take my chances.
I'll pay you for it.
How much? Not enough.
I just can't let you keep that notebook. It's dangerous.
What, is it...
Well,
I'll take my chances.
never mind.
The pop-up text needs to stay on.
Hope that wasn't poison gas or anything. Feels like that was a
Doesn't look
lifetime
like
ago.
it's connected to anything.
Actually, I guess it was.
Hey, let me try, Marty.
Now, Biff, let Marty have his turn.
You got it, Mr. McFly.
Doc must have whipped up some crazy compounds in that cauldron. It smells like beef stew.
Every scientist has chemically formulated chicken noodle soup
Looks like a
from
hand
raw
crank lightning
chemicals
rod,
before.
or maybe a lightning
It's a normal
powered pencil
thing.
sharpener.
Clearly.
Hey, Dad. Who's running this sale anyway?
Oh, that'd be me, son.
You? Why?
Well, once it became apparent that the bank was going through with the sale, I volunteered to oversee it in order to make sure that Doc's stuff would be treated with a modicum of respect. Isn't that right, Biff?
You got it, Mr. McFly.
I'm telling you, this sale is a joke. Doc's only been gone for a few months, and I happen to know.
Yes, you've told us he's not dead. He's on a trip. Let's say you're right. Have you considered that this trip may not have been entirely voluntary? I hate to say it, but Doc's run up some pretty sizable debts around town. Maybe he's just hiding from his creditors.
You got Doc wrong. Sure, maybe he's not so good with money. That's just because his mind's always on bigger things. But he's still a straight-up guy. He'd never run away from his problems.
Well, you know him better than I do, son, but the bank is within its rights to sell off his stuff. Maybe you should try to find some things to remember him by before Biff grabs them all.
Do you think dreams can predict the future?
Well, you know I don't go in for that mystical stuff, but I do think they can reflect how you're feeling about the future.
That notebook is Doc's legacy. I've got an obligation to protect it.
Now, hold on a minute. Didn't you just get done telling me Doc's still around? Off traveling somewhere?
Yeah?
Then how is it your obligation to protect his legacy? You can't have it both ways, Marty. If Doc's alive, he can protect his own legacy.
About Biff. Dad, I know you're trying to help.
He talks a big game, son, but he's not so tough. I've been dealing with him a long time. Believe me, I can handle him.
So can I.
I guess you can. Okay, son, I'll stay out of your way, but you know where to find me.
I'll keep looking around. Thanks, Dad.
Legatron says,
Took
fun
me
fact,
forever
while
to
Michael
repair this
J.
thing
Fox
after I
did
blew it
not
out last
reprise his
time.
role as
Some
Marty for this
jerk's gonna
game,
pick
he
it up
did
for
for LEGO
things.
Dimensions. You know what's even funnier? Michael J. Fox is in this game.
Yeah,
He's
he
not
is.
playing...
Let's make some noise.
What I want to know is, why did Doc
It took
build
me
a
forever to repair this thing.
gargantuan speaker?
Because...
Or are you just gonna say because science?
Because kick-ass intro scene?
Okay.
Adventure game character. Guitar.
Hey, Dad, why's my guitar got a price tag on it?
Sorry, son. Must have been an overzealous clerk. Just pick it up. I'll iron things out with the bank.
Let's click on the blinking inventory button. You've
Yeah,
never played an adventure game before. You need to be told.
I keep this picture of my dad to remind me that even the most hopeless losers can grow up to be pretty cool guys.
All you gotta do is punch your bully in the face, and then everything will
May
work
not
out.
look like much, but it packs a wallop. Here's an oldie, but a goodie. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, look, it's Chuck Butthead. Let me show you how it's done.
Oh my God.
Now watch me blow the lid off this joint.
Whatever you say. Rock on, Biff.
Oh, shit.
Doc, where are you?
Okay, I get, like,
Doc?
Okay, Einstein didn't travel 1 minute into the future. He traveled 1 year into the future.
No, that was a dream.
Oh, that was a dream.
Rob says, "Oh yeah, that Rick and Morty game. Nice."
Einstein! Where do you come from, boy? Didn't you bring Doc with you? Okay, Doc, I know I haven't seen you in a few months, but I'm pretty sure this isn't your shoe.
Marty? Marty, if you're hearing this recording, then the DeLorean's automatic retrieval feature is a resounding success.
Automatic retrieval?
In case of my failure to return to the DeLorean within an allotted time, I programmed the time machine to jump to these 4-dimensional coordinates without me. As you are well aware, time travel is an inherently risky activity, and despite my elaborate precautions, there's always a possibility that I could land in trouble sometime. And that sometime is now, or then, or maybe later.
He's in trouble.
Marty, you come to my rescue in the past, or was it the future? Anyway, I'm relying on you to do it again. Please take the DeLorean back, or forward, to whatever it is. I'm stuck in time. When you get there, I'm sure you'll figure out what to do.
That's it? Aren't you gonna tell me when that is?
Just go to the date specified on the time circuit readout under the heading marked Last Time Departed. Good luck.
Right. Last time departed. Oh, jeez. Come on. Crap! Oh, great. How am I supposed to find him now? This time-traveling shoe is my only clue to finding Doc. Nah. I don't think so.
Adventure game.
Yeah. No, I don't really think that'll work. I don't want to do that. Nah, that's not for that.
What kind of trouble is Doc in, Einie?
What do you expect, like a Lassie answer?
Yeah. Didn't he like talk in the cartoon? I don't know.
Probably.
What do you know about this shoe, Einie?
Read, Marty!
Great Scott! I think he's onto something.
Don't do that at home, kids. Or on the street.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. How's this supposed to lead me to Doc, Einie?
Step away from the door! Now, let me get a look at you.
Einstein, come on!
Just as I suspected. Hooligans! Get along now! Scat!
Can you let me in? I've got something to show you.
What is it? Let me see. A shoe? Now what would I want with a... Huh? Stay there!
No, it's gonna be a Cinderella thing. Oh, that Doc Brown. I remember him from 1955. He was such a catch.
Well, took you long enough.
There's a lot of stairs.
To return the shoe, I mean. I lost it ages ago. You can put it down next to the other one. Much better. So neat and orderly. I suppose you'll be wanting some sort of reward now.
No,
All I've got is tea and candy.
But...
I'm sorry I called you a hooligan. I try not to jump to conclusions, but after all, 9 out of 10 people in this city are hooligans. It's a fact. Look it up.
The rest of them are ne'er-do-wells
Have a seat, Sonny.
and layabouts.
Hey! You kids! Put out those cigarettes! Don't touch those! My newspapers are in pristine condition and meticulously organized. Not about to let some street punk get jam all over them. Oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Ms. Pretty Whiskers is very particular about who handles her food.
Man, she keeps it hot in here.
That's the kettle. I'll be right back with some tea. Then don't touch anything.
Well, you know what that means. Touch.
Touch.
Everything.
Juveniles collide with manure truck. Nice picture. Brown Mansion destroyed. 1962. No, that's not where Doc's stranded. I don't even know where to start looking for clues in these stacks. Wish I could narrow it down to a year at least. Jeez, they all look like they've got sticks up there.
What's that, dear?
Nothing.
Yeah, that's peculiar. The water still hasn't come to a boil.
Miss Strickland?
Jack! Diane! I know what you're doing behind that tree!
They're doing a little
Yes.
ditty.
Yes, thank
Yes.
you.
Drifter claps.
Do you remember when you lost your shoe?
Shoe?
That shoe over there.
Oh, that shoe! Huh. Hi, what a nosy Nelly! No one likes a busybody, you know.
But
Oh, fine, let me think about it. Yes, I remember. I lost it in a scuffle with a dog. Oh, when was it? Oh, yes, the day that speakeasy burned down.
a speakeasy in Hill Valley?
Don't
There
act
was a speakeasy
so
everywhere in the
surprised,
30s,
young
so.
man. Your generation doesn't hold a copyright on moral depravity, you know. Sin has been on the prowl in Hill Valley since the day it was founded.
Wow, a speakeasy. That must have been wild. Is it true they used to drink gin out of slippers like my grandma said?
Don't romanticize the past, young man. Prohibition was a time when gangsters ruled the town while honest citizens quaked in their beds.
So where was it? That speakeasy that burned down, I mean.
That was ages ago. If you're looking for bootleg hooch.
No, I'm just curious, that's all. I'm a student of history.
Student of history, my Aunt Fanny. Yeah, your generation of hooligans and slackers could give two ripe figs about history.
Miss Strickland?
Oh, video store!
Huh?
The speakeasy used to be hidden in plain sight down there in the town square. Right where that disgusting videotape rental store squats today.
So the video store building must have gone up after the speakeasy burned down.
Following year, as I recall.
What's with all these newspapers?
This is my personal archive. I've got every issue of the Hill Valley Telegraph ever published.
Get out! Every single issue?
From 1871 to the present. If it happened in Hill Valley, you'll find it in my stacks.
Doing some stargazing?
No, I set my sights on the lower things. Is that?
Tiff Tannen! Get away from that hubcap before I call your father!
I guess somewhere in these stacks there must be an article about the speakeasy burning down.
Naturally. Yeah, I probably wrote it myself. I was quite a reporter back in the day.
Any idea what date that article came out?
Well, obviously the day after the speakeasy burned down.
Don't let me keep you from your business.
You there! Don't even think about tossing that Kleenex on the ground!
Legatron says, so she's like over 100 by the time the game takes place? No?
No, it's the
Surely the water's boiling.
this
by
game takes
now.
place in '86.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she could be like 60 or 70, and she would have been like in her teens or early 20s when that speakeasy was around.
Firm announces plans for Lone Pine Mall. Peabody Ranch to be rezoned for commercial development. Alright, Einstein brought me this shoe, and Miss Strickland lost the shoe on the day the speakeasy burned down. But when did the speakeasy burn down? I at least need to know the year.
Can we
Jeez.
leave,
all
go
look
to
like
the
they've got
video
sticks up-
store, see when that building was built,
Nothing.
and then subtract a year?
No, Miller, we can't leave the room.
Maybe we can.
I can't leave now. Miss
Nope,
Strickland's my
can't
only
leave
hope
now.
of finding
You
Doc.
need to use the
Damn
binoculars
it.
to just look at it.
Alright.
That's
course we-
what you get with these cheap foreign-made kettles.
Did you also see that in the
Find
one
an
frame before she came
American one
back?
nowadays.
She was
What?
in the chair.
No, I missed it.
I think she's like T-posing in the chair for one frame, and then it cut to the cutscene.
Nice.
There's the whistle. Surely the
Telltale's
water's boiling
original
by now.
engine was super jank, so.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, mind if I use your binoculars for a sec?
Go ahead, dear.
Oh, you could just ask her.
Rebuilt in February 1932. So the fire must have happened before then. But when? I need a date.
Don't look at me. I'm far too old for you.
Okay, get out of here again.
There's the whistle. Surely the water's boiling by now.
Let's see. Ground broken on site of former speakeasy. Singer vanishes. Hill Valley Expo delights crowd. Soup kitchen exposed. Here we go. Speakeasy arsonist slain. Legal procedure gave way to old-fashioned vengeance last night when a mob descended on the Hill Valley Police Station. The suspect in the speakeasy arson case, a drifter known as Carl Sagan, was pulled from his... Carl Sagan? It's Doc! Killed by a mob. What's the date? June 14th, 1931. Jeez, I gotta rescue him. Sorry, Miss Strickland. Let me...
No! You've gotten my history out of order! Oh, do you know how long it'll take to fix what you've done? Oh, get out! Get out! Get out!
Help! Police! I'm being attacked by hooligans!
Marty! Where you been, son? And what are you doing in that getup?
Didn't I tell you? I got the lead in the school play. We're doing...
Grapes of Wrath?
Right.
Oh, Steinbeck! Who are you playing? Never mind, you don't have to explain. I'm sure whatever it is you're up to, you know what you're doing, right?
I hope so.
Hey, sometimes you gotta go out on a limb for the ones you love, right? Wish my dad had understood that. You won't stay
Yeah, we're
away
doing
too
Grapes
long.
of Wrath. The
You
director
know I was
really
wrong.
wants us to work on our verisimilitude.
I like how George just sort of ignores the
Ready to go,
car.
Einstein?
You know, the car with the...
Well, you know, it was one of Doc's things. He just must have missed it when he came in.
I guess that's fair.
I've got to turn on the time circuits first.
Okay,
Time circuits.
I probably don't want to be
Flux capacitor.
accelerating to 88 miles per
fluxing.
hour on a city street in daylight.
Okay, if Doc's gonna get killed on June 14th, 1931, I'll just show up the day before and get him out. I hope you know what you're doing, Doc.
Well, that was... He was in jail then.
Well, we don't have any better ideas. Don't want to show up early and just wait around doing nothing.
Yeah, you certainly can't take the time to make sure you're in a good situation.
Eh. Ultimate fan BT. As someone who was under prison in this game, I just realized you slip in a bit of clever foreshadowing earlier. Oh, they do a lot of foreshadowing in this game.
Is it really foreshadowing with time travel? I mean, isn't it kind of rear shadowing? Yeah, okay.
Ultimate fan VT, yes, I have played this game before. I just did not do it on stream.
Hey, what happened with the flight line?
Huh?
The DeLorean, it should be able to fly. We're not doing that? Alright.
I think they explain it later.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Oh, yeah, because this isn't the first movie one, because this one has the trash recycler thing.
Yeah, this takes place after the movies.
Nobody ever looks behind billboards.
Einstein, where'd you go now, boy?
Yes, upscale ragtime music. That way you know it's the 30s.
How could you be yourself? Why would you bring a dog with you to the past where it could wreak havoc? It's fine, as long as Einstein doesn't step on any butterflies.
Yes.
Nothing bad.
I was gonna say, if he
Fine.
eats any butterflies.
Well, you could eat like a whole bunch of butterflies and it doesn't matter in Back to the Future logic.
Young man?
Yeah.
Excuse me, young man?
Who? Me?
You're the only man in the street, and I'm looking for a man-in-the-street reaction. Naturally, you know about the explosion that destroyed this illegal gin establishment.
I read about it, yeah.
What's your opinion of Carl Sagan, the stranger who single-handedly did what the law has been unable to do for 10 long years, namely rid Hill Valley of the scourge of liquor?
You can mark me down as a supporter.
The young man said, flashing a boyish yet virile grin. Hill Valley needs more upstanding youths like yourself. Do you have a message for the vicious gangsters who still roam these streets, no doubt plotting to corrupt our citizens with another den of booze, sin, and debauchery?
Ask him where I can get the address.
Ah, I see! Because you want to blast it to smithereens just like Carl Sagan did. With public-spirited citizens like you around, the lawless element will be on the run in no time. Mr. May I get your name?
Yeah, it's... Michael Corleone.
Thank you for sharing your candid opinions, Mr. Corleone. Edna Strickland, Hill Valley Herald.
Lefty.
I know. I met you back. I mean, I'm familiar with your work.
You read my column? How sweet! I know it's just an etiquette column, but I believe it'll lead to bigger and better... Oh!
Einstein, no. Down, boy.
Is this wretched creature yours? He assaulted me once before.
What's got into you?
Aggressive dogs must be kept on leash at all times. It's the law. Look it up.
Doc. I gotta find Doc.
Hold the right mouse button to make Marty run.
Fox just says, is that a shark sign in the background? Is it? Are they making an homage to 2?
Hold down the right mouse button to make Marty run. He's not running.
Womp womp.
Push them further.
Legatron says, so she's interacted with Einstein before, huh? Well, I think the implication here is that Einstein took her shoe, and the last time he saw her, he fought with her or something, and stole her shoe and brought it into the DeLorean.
Salvation.
Right.
That's why the one he has looks like it's brand new, and yet the one that Strickland in 1985 or 1986 has looks like it's, been around for 50 years.
Hill Valley Police Station. Cripes, this place looks old, even for 1931.
Who are you and what do you want?
Can I talk to, Carl Sagan?
Are you his lawyer?
No.
Then scram.
Same to you, anonymous cop voice.
Yeah. You can really tell in the first episode they were low on assets.
Doc!
What are you doing here?
You sent for me, Doc.
I did? When?
May 14th, 1986.
1980? The automatic retrieval system. Of course. I'd almost forgotten about that.
So what's our plan for getting you out of here?
Plan? We don't need a plan.
We don't.
Not in the slightest. The police picked me up for that speakeasy fire a couple of weeks ago, but the DA hasn't got a case. They're releasing me tomorrow morning.
So basically, I traveled 50 years into the past to deliver your car?
Sorry about that, but it's so wonderful to see you. We have a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, you might want to hold off on that, Doc.
Great Scott! I'm going to be gunned down by gangsters on the steps of the courthouse.
Why would they do that?
Guess they didn't approve of my burning down their speakeasy.
Very funny, Doc. Maybe now we should come up with a plan.
A plan? Right. But what?
Why don't I
Get back, get back.
Go back in time before you were arrested and stop you from getting caught in the first place?
Don't even think about it. Without my unjust incarceration, the events that sent you into the past might never happen, resulting in a paradox of continuum-shattering proportions.
Jeez, we've been back together for 5 minutes, Doc, and you're already talking about the end of the universe. I've missed that.
Don't be ridiculous, Marty. I was only referring to the end of the universe as we know it.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Obviously, there would still be a universe.
Hey, Hey, maybe I could talk to the gangsters. Tell them they're about to shoot the wrong guy.
I don't think the criminals of this era are going to be very receptive to a complete stranger telling them that their secret assassination plan is misguided, do you?
Why don't we tell the authorities?
Tell them what? That my friend from the future has proof that I'll be murdered tomorrow? They'd ship us both off to the loony bin. And trust me, you don't want to see the inside of a 1931 insane asylum.
Why don't we try to tough it out? Now that we know what's coming, maybe we sneak it past the gangsters with a
You don't want to
bulletproof
go to the
vest or something.
asylum.
That might work with 1 or 2 bullets.
If you
but
could
for
go to
most
one of those
historical,
newfangled
it appears that I'm
sanatoriums,
going to be mowed
though.
down in a hail of Tommy gunfire that rendered the innocent stranger little more than a pulpy mass of bones and gristle.
Who writes like that?
According to the byline, one Edna Strickland.
I should have guessed.
And she insisted it was just an etiquette column.
Well, I suppose I could just get some dynamite and break out of jail.
No, that's far too dangerous. Not just to me, but to random innocent people in the past. The repercussions could be... That's it!
What's it?
My rocket-powered drill.
You have a rocket-powered drill?
Not yet. I haven't built it yet.
You've lost me, Doc.
Listen, a few months ago, my 17-year-old self sent in a patent application for a rocket-powered drill. I abandoned the project after I never heard back from the patent office, but the prototype should be nearly complete.
Great, I'll just run back to your lab and...
No, I said nearly complete. You'll need me to help you finish it.
How the hell am I supposed to sneak a half-finished rocket-powered drill into your cell?
Not me. 1931 me.
Wait a minute, Doc. You want me to convince your 1931 self to build a rocket-powered drill to break you out of jail?
Precisely.
Won't talking to yourself cause, irreparable damage to the space-time continuum or something?
It should be fine. I've already invented the idea of the rocket drill. You've just got to goad my younger self into finishing the prototype.
Fine.
It's
fine.
It's fine.
Just tell him I need to break.
It's not going to kick off the
jail.
rest of this storyline or anything.
Whatever you can't tell my younger self anything about time travel. I won't come up with the inspiration for the flux capacitor for another 24 years.
Then what am I supposed to...
Just be your charming self. From what I remember, I'm a pretty easygoing kid, so enlisting me in a scientific adventure should be a piece of cake.
Okay, well, let's say I go along with this crazy idea. Where can I find you? I mean, the other you.
How should I know? It was over 50 years ago. Why don't you go over to the soup kitchen next door and give my house a call? They'll know where to find me.
Soup kitchen. Got it.
Just stay away from the soup. It'll cause irreparable damage to your digestive system.
I guess I better get started. Don't worry, Doc. I'll get you out of here in no time.
I'm not worried. Once you and my younger self put your heads together, you'll be unstoppable.
Under new management.
That is a big bowl.
Is this one of those Al Capone soup kitchens?
Yes. I think you can tell pretty quickly.
Yep.
Biff? Kid? Grandpa?
That's Mr. Tannen to you, Artie. What are you doing out here?
Well, I was getting kind of hungry, so I figured I'd come down here for some free soup.
Just thought I'd come down for some soup. Think, McFly. The DA's throwing around subpoenas like Babe Ruth.
I don't think Ruth's a pitcher anymore.
Shut it. If one of those subpoenas landed in the hands of my number cruncher, I'd be in a whole lot of trouble. I could even get sent up the river. You wouldn't want that, would you? Would you?
No, of course not, kid.
All right, that's better. What are you looking at, punk? Keep your eyes on the soup, kid. Well,
Well, what?
what are you still doing here?
Sorry, kid. I'll just run back to the safe house.
You do that. And McFly,
Yes?
that hat's too flashy. You better let me hold on to it. Now scram!
You got it, boss.
Don't come out until I give you the all clear. I swear, if even one of you mooks could add 2 + 2 without your fingers, I'd dump that wimp into the lake. Hey! Anyway, I'm off to make myself irresistible. Don't let anyone burn down the shop while I'm gone.
Didn't he make a door closing sound? Why is it open? Now it's closed again.
What are those tables for?
We keep a few extra tables around for our end-of-the-month hobo soirees.
Nice rack.
Yeah, we got all kinds of culinary enhancements back there. The kitchen's for management only, rummy.
Whoa!
I too keep a pistol on hand when stirring soup.
Okay. Hey, never mind. I better not talk to him. I don't want to mess up his timeline.
Megatron does this amazing. I remember Biff's blood in his voice.
Eli thought she
Asshole.
was drunk and said to her, "How long will you keep on getting drunk? Get rid of your wine." Eli should mind his own business.
In the cartoon, they went all back to like Roman times, and Biff had like ancient Roman ancestors who are assholes.
Lazy hands make a man poor, but diligent hands bring wealth. Maybe that's my problem. Lazy hands.
You can just blame your hands.
Yeah.
Brown residents?
Hi. Do you know where I could find Emmett Brown?
Young Master Brown is currently tending to his clerking duties at the courthouse. Who may I say is calling?
The courthouse? Doc never told me he worked at the courthouse.
It's not a
There's
fire
no way
hazard.
I'm gonna keep that door open without some help.
That's going to become relevant later.
I know.
I can hold shift to run.
There you
I'm not using mouse movement. What's Einstein up to?
Hey, how you doing, Einie?
Pet the dog.
He really trusts that dog.
Well, Einstein's a good boy.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't touch those. These are very sensitive legal documents. Nobody is supposed to handle them but sworn officers of the court. I mean, Judge Brown says so.
Judge Brown? Doc. Nice to meet you. I'm Michael, Corleone.
Emmett Brown. But I am a law clerk, not a doctor. Now please get out of my way. I have important business to transact. Naturally, h2 of a multiplied by the inversion of h has to come out less than expectation value of a, right? No. What am I missing here? Or do we take h as standard for permitting the line operator? But in that case, h to the a multiplied by the inverse of a might well be equal to a's expectation value, but only if the coefficient of friction remains constant and the gravitational constant is variable. Wait, is that even possible? Oh, let's start over. Force equals mass times acceleration, of course. That's Newton.
Listen, Emmett, you don't know me, but I'm your friend.
I'm not big on friends. They get in the way of work.
So, Emmett, what time are you through with work?
Depends. On weeknights, Pop sometimes keeps me in the office till 9.
9 at night? But today's Saturday.
Right. so I probably won't get off before 10.
How about you knock off work early and I'll buy you a beer or soda? What do you say?
Don't try to tempt me from my duty with sugary beverages. Keeping the wheels of justice turning, that's my one passion in life. Besides, if I left before 8, my pop would kill me.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father? Pop is the most learned, just, incorruptible judge that Hill Valley has ever seen. The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
Listen, I understand you're working on a new invention in your lab.
Invention? You must have me mixed up with somebody else. I'm in law. I have absolutely no interest in science.
Lamont's House of Ermine. I guess there's not much call for fur coats in the middle of the Depression, especially in June.
What is that shark with an exclamation point?
Wow, looks like they used a real shark.
I'm clicking on him. Click.
I don't need to go in there anymore.
Now, if H stands for the one-dimensional harmonic oscillator, then naturally H2A multiplied by the inversion of H has to come out less than expectation value of A, right? No, what am I missing here? Or do we take H to stand for the Hermitian line operator? What?
Come on, wait up a minute.
You again? Can't you see I'm busy?
What's this important business you're up to?
It's a legal matter, very complicated, very abstruse. I need to obtain 5 sets of initials on every copy of this writ of indemnification before before Judge Brown can even think of granting a waiver to the party in the first part.
You have no idea what it's about, do you?
That's how important it is.
Come on, Doc, Emmett, drop the Legal Eagle Act. I got something more important for you to do.
Mr. Corleone, I'll have you know that the law is the very mortar that holds society together, and we in the legal profession are like brick masons building the edifice of the future.
Your dad tell you that?
Every morning.
Okay, so you don't want your old man to know. That's fine. Listen, we all keep secrets, but I'm telling you, you can level with me about this science project of yours.
I am not a scientist. Go ahead, ask me what E equals.
What does E equal?
I have absolutely no idea. See? I don't know where you got your information from about me, mister, but you're wrong, wrong, wrong. A confidence variable. Wait, is that even possible? Oh, let's start over. Force equals mass times acceleration, of course. That's Newton. But how many newtons are required to maintain a constant mass if acceleration is reduced by the inverse of the derivative of the speed relative to the speed of light?
Come on.
Psst, Doc!
Marty, have you found my younger self yet?
Well, I met your younger self.
Great.
And I gotta say, you're kind of uptight.
What?
You won't even talk to me.
I find that hard to believe. Tell me what happened.
You know, your younger self seems really dedicated to the law.
It's a facade, I assure you. I had to keep up appearances to appease my father.
I tried asking him about your rocket drill, but he says he's not a scientist.
What? What? Father.
What's he got to do with this?
In 1931, I was still deathly afraid of my father discovering the truth about my scientific predilections, so I carefully kept them under wraps, practicing science at odd hours, away from his prying eyes.
That sucks.
It sucked a lot. Fortunately, I eventually stood up to him, but right now, my younger self probably thinks you've been sent by my father to check up on me.
What do I do to convince Teen Doc that I'm not a spy?
I'm not sure.
Why does your younger self mutter all the time?
Muttering? Why would I be muttering? I never mutter unless... The Hill Valley Expo!
The Expo?
Yes, the Expo! How could I have forgotten? In a few months, the younger me will put on a demonstration at the Hill Valley Exposition, my first public foray into the world of science. Everyone in town will be there, including a number of noted inventors who shaped my career.
So, it was a big success?
No, it was a miserable failure, but it was a spectacularly miserable failure, one which marked my transition from an amateur garage scientist into a professional seeker of truth.
What does this expo have to do with you muttering all the time?
When I was younger, I used to relieve stress by working on complex mathematical conundrums. No doubt my younger self is working on some impossible problem in an attempt to work off cerebral steam in the weeks before the exposition. What was I muttering about?
I don't know, h to the something with an inverse of something else. I'm not so good at equations.
That's too bad. I bet if we could solve my younger self's problem, he'd be more inclined to listen to you.
Let's talk about your younger self's problems later.
Okay, but don't forget we're on a bit of a deadline here.
Value of A, right? What am I missing here? Or do we take H to stand for the Hermitian line operator? Well, in that case, H to the A multiplied.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
See, I'm sort of in the science business myself. That's why I sought you out.
Not that I care in the least, because science is the furthest thing from my own area of interest, which is law, but I don't believe you.
It's true. I'm a scientist.
So tell me something, Mr. Scientist, from your vast storehouse of scientific knowledge.
The leg bone's connected to the thigh bone?
Amazing.
Come on, you could trust me, Doc. Emmett, it's your future I'm looking out for, in more ways than one.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about you and science.
Oh, that word again! If you insinuate I'm a scientist once more, I'll sue you for defamation of character! Is that even possible? Oh, let's start over. Force equals mass times acceleration, of course. That's Newton. But how many newtons are required to maintain a constant mass if acceleration is reduced by the inverse of the derivative of the speed relative to the speed of light? Oh, which brings us back to H.
Gale, Zemeckis, and Fine. Attorneys at law. No solicitors. Bank of Italy?
Today's special, yesterday's soup.
Oh, hey, I'm back.
Okay.
Haha. Okay, so he's trying to figure out... It sounds like he's trying to figure out the acceleration necessary for a rocket that's maintaining light speed. Like, he's like, alright, it's, you know, a rocket that's conventionally powered, that's going light speed, so it's spending, you know, like 1 trillion gallons of fuel per second. So if the mass is changing by that much, how much does the acceleration need to change to keep the force constant?
Hey, can I get some moose?
What does this look like? A hunting lodge?
I'm not so sure I want to stay in a place that welcomes transients.
I don't even know if I want to comment on that.
Remember, folks, no spoilers, vaccining. Thank you.
Gonna be the inverse. I have to line up. No, not possible. No. Or do we take? Don't think, Emmett. Think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. Constant and the gravitational constant is variable. Wait, is that even?
H to the A multiplied by 1 over A.
So, Doc, does this ring a bell?
Oh, think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A.
Good grief! Is that me? I sound so...
Young?
I was gonna say intense. I forgot how wound up I used to get.
Yeah, but what are you muttering about?
Oh, that's easy. It's Ivanov's conundrum. Just tell my younger self that H equals a Hamiltonian operator.
Won't giving him the answer mess up the time stream?
Only if it turns out that reality is actually nothing more than a holographic illusion created by the interplay of subatomic particles on a vast two-dimensional membrane.
So...
It'll be fine.
Sure.
It's fine.
Derivative of the speed relative to the speed of light. Oh, it brings back to H.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Great camera work.
Maybe H equals the Hamiltonian operator.
What did you just say?
I said maybe H equals the...
Hamiltonian operator?
Yeah.
Great Scott! If H is a Hamiltonian, then H to the A multiplied by the inverse of H can only be the same as the expectation value for A. That's it! That's the solution to Ivanov's conundrum, the problem I've been wrestling with in my head all week!
I'm sure you would have figured it out by yourself in a day or two. The way you figured out how to build that rocket-powered drill.
Where did you learn so much about science?
Well, it's like this.
You know about my rocket power drill? Then there can only be one explanation.
What?
You're from the patent office. I confess I didn't quite know what to expect when I sent the paperwork, but I never expected this. Welcome! I'm at your service. What can I do for you?
I need your rocket drill. I really need your rocket drill. I really, really need your rocket drill.
The correct answer is...
Can I see your rocket
I
powered
can
drill?
totally use your rocket drill.
Of course. Naturally, it's just a scale model, but it's nearly operational. I can show it to you, say, first thing in the morning.
You can't just ask a guy to show you his rocket drill.
Nah, that's no good. I need to see a full-size model. That's fully operational. Tonight. Otherwise, we'll have to award the patent to a competing inventor, Dr. McCoy.
Can't be done! I mean, it might be possible to construct a full-size working model in that time frame, but I haven't got the main ingredient for the fuel.
I'll get it for you. What is it?
190 proof grain alcohol. And you know how difficult it is to get a hold of alcohol these days.
Especially now that someone's blown up the speakeasy.
And besides, there's no way I can get off work until I've delivered this subpoena. Part of the investigation into the business affairs of Kid Tannen. Is it vitally important you see that rocket-powered drill today?
Yes. Is it vitally important you deliver that subpoena today?
Yes!
Listen, I'll help you deliver it, and I'll see to it you get the alcohol you need. It'll help you get that drill finished by tonight. Deal?
Deal. Here's the subpoena.
I've got to subpoena my grandpa?
It's Kid Tannen.
Hey, I just saw him at the soup kitchen, yelling at Arthur McFly.
I'm not surprised. Arthur does the books for his business.
What kind of business?
That's what the DA is trying to find out.
Let's go talk to him.
No!
Why not? Kid Tannen can tell us where Arthur's hiding.
Yeah, well, he can also have us fitted for a Chicago overcoat.
Chicago overcoat. Is that the kind of coat you get when you use the Chicago typewriter?
I need
think
to
it's
get
like
this subpoena
cement
into
shoes,
Arthur
you know?
McFly's hands, so young Doc will have the time to help me bust old Doc out of jail. Hey, Miss Strickland.
Miss
Oh,
Strickland.
hello, Mr. Corleone. Try not to draw any undue attention my way. I'm on the trail of a hot new scoop, as we in the newspaper business say.
What's the scoop?
I've heard rumors that something shady is going on at the Sisters of Mercy soup kitchen. It's under new management, you know. And oh, we mustn't jump to any conclusions, not till the facts are in. I hope to heaven it is just a rumor. That soup kitchen is the front line in the good fight. If it goes bad, what will happen to the Stay Sober Society? Not to mention all the charitable institutions that depend on me for soup deliveries.
You make hot soup deliveries?
It's one of my many small contributions to the good cause. Healthy bodies, healthy souls, or so one hopes. I pick up barrels of hot soup at the kitchen, and I deliver them hither and thither. Hill Valley Orphanage, the St. Francis Xavier Ranch for Unwanted Children, Foggy Mountain Home for the Incurably Insane, Shady Acres Rest Home. Oh, I can barely keep track of them all. It's a very big job.
What's the Stay Sober Society?
You haven't heard of the SSS? They do the most marvelous work, taking hopeless drunken bums and turning them into former hopeless drunken bums. I'm one of the founding members. And not to say that I was ever, well, you know. Anyway, we've always met in the cellar of the Sisters of Mercy soup kitchen, but for some reason the new managers don't want us down there, so we're stuck. We've got nowhere to meet.
I'm sorry about the way Einstein lit into you back there. I don't know what got into him.
Well, I hope you've learned to keep him under control.
Yeah, I found someone to keep him distracted.
Very good. Now let's see if you know your multiplication tables.
Hey, I can help you deliver soup. I donate a lot of time to charities.
Oh? Which ones?
The, Mario Brothers.
Ah, yes. The Italians do so many good works.
If you just fix it so I can pick up the barrels of soup.
Now hold your horses, let's not get overeager. I drive the soup cycle in this town, and I'm not about to turn it over to an upstart. But if you're well connected with the local charitable institutions...
Yeah?
You can let me know when they're running low on soup.
I got a book.
Oh? Where?
Oh, time to talk to the kid Tannen.
What the hell, Matches? You got kiwi all over my socks!
Sorry, boss.
Get out of here! How about you?
Huh?
I'm sitting at a shoe shine booth. You walk up. Either you're here to shine my shoes, or you got a death wish. Which is it?
I guess you won't talk about your business.
Why not? I got nothing to hide. I
be
recently
right back.
acquired controlling interest in the Sisters of Mercy soup kitchen.
Isn't a soup kitchen an odd line of business for a guy like you?
I like soup. Plus, I got a heart as big as all outdoors. Buff a little harder. I want to see myself in the toes.
I'm looking for a guy named Arthur McFly. He's my, sort of a relative.
Well, he's my employee. He's very busy today.
Since you're Arthur's boss, you know where he is, right?
He's at the, office.
Where's the office?
I forget.
So when do you think Arthur will be leaving the office?
When I tell him he can leave the office. Hey, you missed a spot.
Isn't that Arthur McFly's hat you're holding?
It was McFly's hat. Now, it's my peanut bowl.
Could I buy Arthur's hat off you?
Could you keep your mind on your work, huh? Shoeshine boy? Hanging on to my peanut bowl.
Can I have some peanuts?
Why not? I'm a magnanimous kind of guy. Go ahead, knock yourself out.
Don't mind if I do.
All right, break time's over. Back to work.
How come you won't let the Stay Sober Society hold their meeting in the cellar of your soup kitchen?
We got other plans for that cellar, and it don't necessarily involve staying sober.
Hey, I represent United Charities of Hill Valley. Can you authorize me to pick up soup from your establishment and deliver it to some very deserving souls?
Nah, that Strickland dame's got the charity racket pretty much locked up. No point in giving her competition.
Edna Strickland thinks your soup kitchen might not be on the up and up.
That dame gets on my nerves. Got a great pair of gams, though.
Ugh.
So,
like, it's absolutely the right thing to write for that character, but it still makes me go, ugh.
I sure could go for some peanuts.
Lucky for you, I'm in a giving mood.
Hey, kid!
Yeah?
What the hell is that?
Hey!
What'd you do?
Give me that hat, you lousy crook!
Emmett!
You have to have this thrilling chase scene in this single location where everything happens in this chapter.
Nobody makes a monkey out of Kid Tannen! Ow! Fix me up!
Where'd you learn how to move like that?
Sandlot football. They used to call me the Streak.
Get out!
Come on, they're not at least gonna make Marty wear the hat until he gives it back.
Oh, you gotta give it to Einstein so he can find
Hey,
it.
honey, come here for a sec, boy. Hey, boy, can you find the guy who belongs to this hat?
Where's he going?
Only one way to find out.
Back!
Huh. Deja vu.
That seems to happen a lot in this franchise.
Yeah? Who is it?
It's McFly!
Shh, I know! Hey, Arthur, can you come down a minute?
Do I know you?
We've got some important information for you, but we can't yell it. It's private.
Then put it in a postcard and send it. I'm stuck up here till the boss tells me I can leave. Sorry. Some other time.
Need any help?
Never mind.
What now?
I'll give it back to him after I give him the subpoena.
That's how you'd, you know.
It's me again. Please come down.
Why?
We represent the law.
You don't want to go against the law, do you?
No, but I don't want to go against Kid Tannen either. And he ordered me to stay put till he gives the word. Sorry. Some other time.
More adventure game stuff. You can just keep
What
doing it
now?
over and over and over, and nobody will get tired of you.
It's me again. Please come down.
Why?
I'm your mother's great nephew.
You mean my second cousin?
Yeah.
Glad to know you, but I can't leave this building till the boss says so. He's given strict orders. Sorry. Some other time.
Sorry.
Thanks for bringing us here, boy. We'll take it from here. My grandpa may be a little wimpy, but he's got great taste in hats.
What now?
Or we just deliver the subpoena to him like this way.
What do you think you're doing?
I'm throwing the subpoena.
You can't do that. You have to hand it to him.
This looks like a job for the Thinglonger. Oh.
Yeah, subpoena delivery is, even today, still one of those weird parts. Or it's like subpoena delivery or like summons delivery.
Why?
We've got
It's
something
one of those
for
things
you.
where you have to have
It's
a legal clerk
subscription
like
to the
stalk somebody
Gotham
so
Weekly.
that they can deliver the
He'll come out
summons.
if he knows why we're really here.
No, right.
I'm not interested. And besides, the boss won't let me leave the room. Sorry. Some other time.
Sorry.
Hmm.
Hey, Q-Ball.
What?
The truck just arrived with a fresh shipment of, soup.
Soup?
Well, this is the regular soup, and this is the special soup.
Right. Special.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm spicing up the soup. It's my secret recipe.
Listen, this ain't the Savoy, and we ain't here to feed these bozos no fancy soup. The boss has got a business to rebuild, so knock off the goofing and mind your post.
All right. Just try the soup. Well?
I can see why you want to keep this a secret.
He's like, you'd be amazed what a handful of cardamom can do.
Excuse me.
You talking to me?
So this place used to be a soup kitchen.
What do you mean used to be? Despite recent changes in ownership, this joint is still available for the purposes of distributing food to the needy and the not-so-well-to-do. And no other purposes whatsoever.
Right. What's a tough guy like Kid Tannen doing running a soup kitchen?
Mr. Tannen purchased the soup kitchen from the Sisters of Mercy in an effort to repair his reputation as a respectable community figure after his fine name was besmirched by the malignant and malicious the actions of the misguided vandals that done burned down his place of business.
His speakeasy.
I cannot confirm nor deny any claims of so-called illegal bootlegging at the Just eat your damn soup, pipsqueak.
Why's the soup in a barrel?
'Cause it's hard to ladle off the floor.
Could I have a bowl of soup?
We're a soup kitchen. What do you think?
What kind of soup is this? It tastes like...
Scrolle ribolita?
I was gonna say week-old cabbage.
Everyone's a critic. Look, all I got to work with is this 2-bit soup in a barrel and spice rack that hadn't been restocked since the Coolidge administration. What do you think I should do to perk this slop up?
Let's see. Have you tried... salt?
Salt? What do you think, it's too bland? Too mild? I didn't put too much pepper in it, did I?
I just think it could use a little more salt.
No accounting for taste these days.
Remove that.
There's no way I'm gonna keep that door open without some help. Huddle up, Emmett.
Huddle?
Just listen up for a second. Emmett, I can't get into the door over there. Those tables are jamming it shut.
The door? So your plan is to just waltz in there and take a barrel of alcohol?
No, of course not. That would be stupid, right?
I'll say.
Still, I'd like to get that door open. I can't do anything from out here.
Well, it's a simple matter of physics. A lever, some sort of stop. Let me see what I can come up with.
There's no way I'm gonna keep that door open without some help.
Eureka!
Oh, Eureka. I want to pick up the telephone.
Brown residence?
Emmett.
Yes?
Obviously, this kitchen isn't the speakeasy.
Indeed. This must be some sort of front meant to cleverly and legally obfuscate the existence of a hidden establishment of ill repute. Perhaps in the basement.
Right, that might explain the elevator. Oh, that's interesting.
Just a little mechanical ingenuity. In the end, the door is open.
Yeah, good job. Any ideas about how to get the hooch?
Hooch?
The alcohol, Emmett.
One might come to the conclusion that the hooch is being hidden in some of those barrels.
You're probably right, but which ones?
Now, if I could get my hands on some of those barrels, I could weigh them and compare their specific gravity.
Specific gravity? Come on, Emmett. Kids' goons aren't gonna let us do an experiment on their barrels.
Oh, I suppose you're right. We'll just have to ask the guy behind the counter.
What? Ask him if any of his barrels are filled with illegal moonshine? Get real here.
Well, I imagined a modicum of subtlety would be used.
Subtlety, right. We'll score that hooch somehow.
I'll keep cogitating.
I hope Doc Jr.'s thingamabob holds out. Are those all cabbage soup?
Last time I checked.
Don't you have any other kinds of soup?
No.
No other vegetables exist in 30s.
Ah, Miss Strickland. Come for some more soup?
Come now, Mr. Donnelly. You know I wouldn't set one foot in this mockery of all that is good and decent if the poor of Hill Valley weren't so dependent on Mr. Tannen's overblown show of generosity.
Was that a yes?
Just give me the soup before I gag on the hypocrisy.
I'll tell the boss you said hello.
I'll just bet you will.
Well, I can't go around back. Yeah. Directional controls are weird. One of those things where if it changes camera angle, you keep going in the direction that you're pressing, but if you let go and then do it again, then it changes to what the camera angle relative to the camera angle. So
it's obnoxious.
Yes, it is kind of.
Hey, Miss Strickland.
Oh, hello, Mr. Corleone. Try not to draw any undue attention my way. I'm on the trail of a hot new scoop, as we in the newspaper business say.
I actually think tank controls would make more sense.
As a matter of fact, I do know a local charity that's running low on soup.
Oh? Who?
The insane asylum.
Those inmates are crazy for soup. All right, Edna, just think of all those poor unfortunates and hold your nose. Mr. Donnelly!
Doc!
Morty! How goes the escape plan?
know this really isn't the right time or place, but I found your notebook.
Ah, so that's where I left it. Why'd you bring it here?
Because the bank's selling off all your stuff.
They can't do that.
That's what I keep trying to tell them.
Well, you hold on to it for safekeeping. We'll deal with my financial situation in 1986 after we save me from a grisly death in 1931.
Your younger self needs 190 proof booze to fuel his rocket drill.
Oh, that could be a problem.
I know, we're both underage.
Underage, nothing. It's 1931 and alcohol's been outlawed throughout the country. Are you sure you're about to graduate from high school?
I'm kidding, Doc. It was a joke.
A joke? If I live to be 100, and I almost have, I'll never understand the teenage compunction to make a joke out of everything.
Where have you been all this time? I missed you.
I missed you too, Marty. But I thought it was important to let you live your own life for a while, free from the insanity of time travel.
I gotta admit, it was nice to not have my family history blowing up in my face for a few months.
Besides, I've been busy raising my own unpredictable teenagers.
So how are Clara and the kids?
They're fine, fine. Right now we're trying to decide where to send Jules and Vern to college. Clara prefers the 2020s, but I'm partial to the 1960s. We're planning on visiting you and Jennifer in 2011 soon.
Me and Jennifer in 2011?
Oh, forget I said anything.
Where'd the DeLorean come from? The last time I saw it had been smashed to pieces by a train.
It's a fantastic story. Do you remember when the DeLorean got struck by lightning in 1955?
Yeah?
Unbeknownst to either of us, the lightning produced a temporal duplicate of the time machine, one that was tossed 70 years into the future.
What?
I found out about it during a trip to 2025 and recovered it just in time to stop Griff Tannen from vandalizing the time stream.
Heavy. So that DeLorean...
is for all intents and purposes the exact same machine as the original. Plus or minus little bells and whistles I've added over the years, of course.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that totally explains everything.
I mean, it makes as much sense as the photo, okay?
I mean, it does, but, like, that still doesn't make it great.
Like, it's perfectly fine as a silly explanation that would go into a Back to the Future story, but at the same time, I feel like we should have seen that happen.
Yeah.
Instead of it just being told to us.
So, what were you doing in 1931 anyway?
Oh, nothing terribly exciting. Indulging in a little personal nostalgia, picking up a few rare out-of-print books to surprise Clara on her birthday, solving a historical mystery or two. The usual.
The usual? You lead a pretty unusual life, Doc.
It's an unusual universe, Marty.
I hate to tell you, Doc, but your last time departed display is on the fritz.
It is? So how did you find me?
I found one of Edna Strickland's shoes in the DeLorean.
How did one of her shoes get in the DeLorean?
Einstein took it from her.
He did? How strange. Einie almost never attacks people. Not without a good reason, anyway.
How'd you wind up in jail in 1931 anyway?
During my trip to the past, I decided to look into one of Hill Valley's unsolved mysteries.
The fire at the speakeasy.
Exactly. I thought I was safely hidden across the street. But when the fire started, there was a tremendous explosion, and I was knocked unconscious by a stray brick. When I woke up, I was here in jail, charged with arson.
That's horrible.
I know. Worse yet, I still don't know who started the fire.
Guess who I bumped into at the soup kitchen? My grandfather.
No!
Don't worry, I didn't talk to him or change his future or anything.
Good.
I wish I could, though. This era's Tannen is treating him like dirt.
Don't worry. If history plays out as it's supposed to, he'll soon be out from under Kit Tannen's thumb and free to live out his life as a humble accountant with your grandma. What was her name again?
Sylvia.
Right, Sylvia.
What's the story with this kid Tannen jerk anyway?
Biff's father? By this time next year, he'll be pulling down a life sentence in San Quentin. There was even a song about it.
Wait, if Biff will be born in 1938, and Kid will be in prison...
As I recall, he escaped from prison in 1937 for about 3 hours.
That's a busy 3 hours.
No kidding.
What do you know about Edna Strickland?
Edna, we never really socialized when I was younger. She was a few years older than me, and we traveled in different socioeconomic circles. Why do you ask?
She thinks you're a hero for burning down that speakeasy. She's doing a story on you.
A story? Oh, yes, now I remember. Ask Edna, the etiquette column that doubled as a pro-temperance soapbox. She believed that the consumption of alcohol would inevitably lead to a complete societal breakdown.
Sounds like a fun gal.
You should have seen her when the hippies started showing up in the 60s. She just somehow lost her mind.
That would explain a lot. Hang in there, Doc.
Not the best choice of words, Marty.
Hey, yo, Joe, we got more soup.
What about those barrels?
What about them?
What kind of soup is that?
It's not it's special soup.
What's special about it?
It's made for grown-ups, kid.
A soup for grown-ups?
That's right, kid. Be nosy. See where it gets you.
It's got things in it like Brussels sprouts. You know, food that only grown-ups eat. I say that as someone who actually likes Brussels sprouts.
Nope. I'm still not getting through here. But at least those tables are propped up now.
I'll be more specific. I like Brussels sprouts that are cooked correctly. That's one of those things where it's like, my mother is like, oh, I've always hated Brussels sprouts. And then, like, I tried her Brussels sprouts, and I'm like, because you cook them until they turn to goo.
Yeah.
Why are you overcooking them so much?
Okay, I've got some more ideas about your soup.
Do tell.
Let's see. Have you tried paprika?
Paprika?
I just think it could use a little color.
Color?
Can I get you some of that smoked paprika?
I love smoked paprika. Paprika. I love smoked paprika.
Get some smoked paprika and a little bit of oregano.
Alright, look.
You can throw in a couple of baby leaves.
The bird, okay. Don't you forget that, alright? I'm just saying, you're the bird.
I am the bird. What about it?
I don't know. It's my way of, like, pulling rank or something.
And you're the raccoon. You're gonna be spending the entire meal washing your hands.
I'm the raccoon. And you're the bird.
You have to deliver a lot of subpoenas.
Father's always sending me out to do these dirty jobs. He wants to expose me to different kinds of people. All he's exposed me to is a lot of new curse words.
If serving subpoenas is such dirty work, why don't you just say no?
Look, what's the worst thing that can happen to me on this job?
You could get shot.
Yeah, well, believe me, that's nothing compared to what I'll get if I'm
Lotus Neon says F Brussels sprouts. Alright, anybody who's coming to TFF, I will point you to the place to go to get good Brussels sprouts. So there is a place near here who makes, like, the best Brussels sprouts I've ever had.
And it's like, anyone coming to TFF, I'll cram your mouth full of Brussels sprouts personally.
This might be a stupid question, but couldn't you have designed your rocket powered
Coming to TFF, you should just let me pick out every meal for you.
Illegal? What does law have to do with science? Science
Brussels
has its
sprouts for
own
breakfast,
laws.
lunch, and dinner,
You of all
and
people
dessert.
should know that.
You can do your continental
Tweak
breakfast
your
at the
engines
hotel
on
or
it, so
whatever,
we
but
can
after
something
that,
else.
I've got some.
Like what?
I don't know.
I've got some
Gas,
choices.
Gasoline? Yesterday's news. You'll see. By 1940, automobiles will all
We're
run
gonna
on
barbecue
pure
again.
alcohol.
I mean, barbecue is part of that, of course.
You'd be like, barbecue, Brussels sprouts.
Some of us down at the patent office are wondering, what
Okra?
do you think of a rocket-powered drill?
I like okra. I like when it's
That'd be
fried.
Journey to the Center of the Earth by Jules Verne. It was a revelation.
Yeah, that's kind of what we figured. Have you read The Time Machine?
H.G. Wells? Not yet, but it's on my list.
How about Kid
It's
Janet?
Asimov. Was that
What do we
before
know about him?
1931?
He's loud, he's
I
obnoxious,
think
he's
Asimov
not
was a
very
little
bright,
later.
and he doesn't like anybody getting in his way.
Yep, that's a 10 and all right. This subpoena's for Arthur McFly?
Have you seen him?
Yeah, it looks like
For a few
his
seconds in the
Asimov's
soup kitchen,
works
I
were
think
mostly
he's
from
gone
the
back into
60s to
hiding.
80s.
Brilliant deduction, Einstein.
We'll get that subpoena delivered. Or my name isn't...
Michael Corleone.
Yeah.
Flosiano says, anyways, I forgot what a subpoena was. A subpoena is the thing that says, like, you must give us this information. Or, like,
It's you need to present something to the court.
Yeah. You are compelled to release some information to the court. We know you know something, and you must, in a legal sense, tell us what it is.
Okay, I got it now.
Oh, you gotta do that while he's picking out a spice?
Yeah.
Nice.
What is it, kid?
I still think the soup needs more flavor.
There we go. Let's suggest something.
More soup?
Please. And tell Kid that soup or no soup, he's not fooling anyone.
Edna picked up the barrel of hooch. Now all I have to do is to get it from her somehow.
Yeah, it's important to give it by hand because basically, yeah, you need to make sure that the recipient of it can't be like, well, I didn't get it, or it got lost in the mail, or something else happened. It's like, no, our legal counsel, who is like sworn in, told us that he handed it to you by hand and that you took it from him. Therefore, if you don't deliver us the information, you are found to be complicit.
It needs to be by hand because you need a witness to the action.
Yeah. Which again, that's still held true to this day because that's happened even with like the Trump stuff. There's a lot of drama with that.
Hey, Miss Strickland.
Oh, hello, Mr. Corleone. I'm afraid I haven't much time. The meeting of the Stay Sober Society is due to begin very soon.
I know a place where the Stay Sober Society can meet.
Oh? Where?
I know an apartment that's empty, but you'd have to break in.
The Stay Sober Society does not countenance breaking and entering.
I know a place where the Stay Sober Society can meet.
Oh? Where?
The Brown residence.
You mean Judge Brown's place?
Yeah, I happen to be good friends with his son Emmett, and he's told me the judge would love to lend his place out for, you know, good causes like yours.
Really? Why, that's the most generous, public-spirited offer I've received in a month of Sundays. Please tell your friend Emmett we accept. And the offer couldn't have come at a better moment. It's almost time for the meeting to begin.
You asked me to tell you if one of the local charities is running low on soup.
Does somebody need a visit from my soup cycle?
The Stay Sober Society.
That's right. They'll soon be gathering at the Brown estate, and we haven't provided refreshments. I can't get over the generosity of your friend Emmett volunteering his father's house for our meeting.
Huh? Oh, wait there! Michael! What in the name of Thomas Alva Edison do you think you're doing?
Don't you get it? You need alcohol to run your drill, right? Those bootleggers at the soup kitchen won't let us get our hands on any of their hooch. But we can get Miss Strickland to pick it up for us and deliver it right to your door.
No, out of the question.
Why?
I can't just let strangers invade my parents' house. What do we know about these people?
They're sober. It says so right in the name.
Well, okay, but a Pop needs his peace and quiet at the end of the day. This meeting is sure to be too noisy for him.
What's wrong with a little noise? It'll be like a party.
My Pop is not the partying type.
They'll be quiet. You'll be quiet, right?
Oh, yes! I play my tambourine very softly.
You hear that?
Yes, but...
But what?
But it's still impossible.
Think of the Stay Sober Society. What'll happen to them?
They can all fall off the wagon for all I care.
But I promised Miss Strickland. It means so much to her.
The answer is still no.
Okay, forget the whole thing. We don't have to test your rocket-powered drill tonight.
We don't?
No. I'll take the train back to Washington and I'll tell the folks at the office to give the patent to Dr. McCoy.
Wait! You will instruct the members of the society to wipe their feet before they come inside.
Then you are Emmett Brown. I thought as much. You have such a righteous face. Edna Strickland, I don't know how to thank you for your generosity.
Pleased to meet you.
The feeling is mutual.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
You worry too much, Emmett. Now all we gotta do is serve that subpoena, and we're off to build your rocket drill.
And get my patent.
Yeah, your patent.
Oh, let's see here. Can't walk this way. More adventure game movement.
That's funny. They just solid restrict it instead of being like, I don't think there's anything interesting over there.
Oh, I know what to do. Need to go find Kid Tannen again.
Well, well, look who's back. They say rats always return to the scene of the sinking ship. Get 'em, Matches. Come down from there, you son of a bitch! Right now!
That's language.
That's an What do you think you're doing up there, you scrawny little runt? Get down here right now!
There we go.
Don't make
I don't
me
think they're in
angry,
a talkative
Smucko!
mood right
Get
now.
down here and face the music!
Einstein, help!
Lay off! Get away from me, you crazy mutt!
Go away, dog. We're busy here. Go on, scram. Hey, where'd he go?
You let him get away, idiot! What now?
What do you think you're doing up there, you scrawny little runt? Get down here right now!
It's Kid. Right away, boss. Where's Kid?
Time to deliver the subpoena.
Arthur McFly,
Yeah?
got something for you.
Thanks. A subpoena?
Ordering you to appear in court and provide evidence in the investigation into...
Kid Tannen? Take it back!
You can't get rid of it, Mr. McFly. Once you've been served, it's your duty to report to the court at the earliest possible time. Failure to do so could lead to a warrant for your arrest.
Arrest! But Kid'll kill me. Stupid Artie. Holy cats, what am I gonna do?
I suggest you avail yourself to the protection of the court.
Oh gosh, oh gosh.
Well, we've served the subpoena and gotten a barrel of booze delivered to your house. Looks like we're off to your lab to build your rocket drill. You do have a lab, right?
What kind of future patent holder would I be without a lab? Come on.
Doc! I'm off to get the rocket drill.
Good. Come on, let's go. Time waits for no man.
Are you sure this is gonna work, Emmett?
Don't let the ramshackle nature of my laboratory fool you. If all goes according to plan, we'll soon be in possession of the most powerful rocket fuel known to man.
That's great. How?
Well, it's very simple. This crankshaft induces a powerful direct current into the electrolysis chamber, producing hydrogen, which must be periodically released into the primary distillation barrel. While tending to the hydrogen, we'll also need to regularly sprinkle these shredded protein flakes into this aquarium of tuber bacteria to generate the necessary nitrogen to catalyze the reaction.
Cool.
No, hot! Extremely hot! The temperature of the reaction must be kept at a steady temperature of 623 degrees Kelvin by carefully pumping these bellows. Any questions?
Emmett? Why is there a brace of drunkards gathering on our lawn?
Sweet fancy Moses, it's my father!
So?
So, he doesn't know I'm engaging in acts of scientific exploration in here. He thinks this is where I go to pour through my law books.
Oh.
You tend to the reaction. I'll try to get rid of him.
Tend to the what? Can't we just start over after he's gone?
It's too late. The reaction's already started. Don't worry. I'll try to help you out where I can.
But...
coming, Father! Father!
Don't you father me, child.
What do you call a room full of lawyers trapped in a burning building? A good start!
You know
Listen to the words I'm emphasizing.
Don't you turn your back on me.
Okay.
Why don't you go feed the ducks, Father?
You know what's called. Your mother and someday you are going to...
Don't you have a release valve on your mouth somewhere? You know who invented fire pop? I don't know either, but you can be damn sure it wasn't a lawyer.
Someday you are going to... You will have to learn.
Excellent. Now twist the valve there. Great. We're about a quarter of the way home.
Emmett, get back here! You're going to find out.
Can't you see this is eating me up inside?
I hope someday you have children and you will look...
Pressuring me to be something I'm not. This may come as a shock to you, Pop, but not everyone wants to be a lawyer. There is a flame inside me that cannot be quelled by your legalistic gobbledygook, Father. Law? What use is a microorganism for law?
You're going to find out.
Ah, halfway there.
Emmett!
Keep up the good work. Lawyers are nothing but a bunch of hot air. There, I said it.
Your ancestors are spinning in their graves right now.
Stop being such a crank.
Your mother and I are shocked at your behavior, young man.
Lawyers are nothing but overblown bags of gas.
Calm down, calm down.
What did you do?
Emmett, who are you talking to in there?
No one, Father. I don't know what's eating you, Father, but I wish you would go on a diet.
Why do you keep bellowing like that?
You have no idea what kind of pressure I'm under.
What will it take to light a fire under your unappreciative hindquarters?
Law may be your burning passion, Father, but it is not mine.
Calm down, calm down.
Why won't you release me from your unattainable expectations?
The Von Brauns have been officers of the court since God's heavenly spark first gave rise to man, Emmett. Emmett, you got...
There is a flame inside me that cannot be quelled by your legalistic gobbledygook, Father. Father, why don't you ever listen to me? By Galileo's rotations, do you ever listen to yourself?
Don't burn your bridges so cavalierly, my son.
Almost there.
Emmett!
Coming, father! Pressuring me to be something I'm not.
This is an entirely normal argument.
Yes.
Name one great thing ever generated by a lawyer. Stop getting so hot under the collar, Pop. Why won't you release me from your unattainable expectations? How many times do I have to prove myself to you before I can shake your overbearing criticisms? The hotter you get, the more I know I'm right. This isn't food for thought, Pop. It's drool. Is it my fault if I don't get a spark out of laws and statutes? How many times do I have to prove myself to you before I can shake your overbearing criticisms? If you don't like my performance at the courthouse, then fire me. I'm not just another one of your staffers who spins around you like a top. I'm afraid we'll have to take this up later, Pop. My soup's about to boil over.
What? This isn't over, young man.
Whew.
Are you okay? You and your dad sounded...
It was an argument we should have had a long time ago. We... No! Oh.
What?
Eureka! Now all we gotta do is fuel up the old rocket power drill and you and I can
take it and go.
But don't you want to test it first?
No time. The last train for DC leaves in just a few minutes.
All right. You've got to get this baby to the U.S. Patent Office.
Exactly.
So tell me, Michael, when can I expect to hear back from the Patent Office?
Oh, in about, I'd say... I can't.
Huh?
Emmett, I'm not from the patent office.
I don't understand.
I lied to you, but I didn't want to. It was the only way I can get you to trust me.
You know, lying.
See, there's somebody who's in big trouble. Someone very important to me, to both of us. I can't tell you who, but I need to save him tonight, and I need your invention to do it.
I'll take that one, Faith.
I'll get it back to you, I promise. And, Emmett, you're gonna be a great inventor.
Wait! Keep the throttle at about 8.
Okay, Doc, I got the drill. Now let's get you out of here. Come on, start.
Rocket stew!
Oh, that was useless.
Mr. Corleone! You're too late!
Too late? The Doc's not supposed to be... Doc!
They're moving him to another facility for safekeeping! Oh, I better go get a quote from the police chief.
Paddy wagon intercepted. Suspect slain. And they're still after him. How am I gonna rescue him now?
It's midnight, so...
Yeah, it is.
How are we gonna rescue him now? I don't know. We'll wait till tomorrow. Maybe it'll fix itself.
To be continued.
I was gonna say, the rocket drill finally remarched to police, but things go wrong, the drill falls apart, and Doc is driven away in a paddy wagon.
And so we'll be.
It's basically like watching a TV show, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's fun. You know, it's nostalgic. Nostalgia. Anyway,
All right, it is
are we-
time to go watch a llama buy the entire islands of Hawaii.
Yeah. We'll catch you next time for more of this.
Yeah.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Wait, do we have...
Oh,
Duper. Okay.
all right, Duper.
Yes, Duper is playing Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, which is a game where I believe you're trying to buy a Hawaii or something.
As one does.
As one does.
Okay.
And, yeah.
There we go.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Have a good night.
Good night.